I remember the first time I met Hillary after months of hearing about her during Easter weekend a few years ago. Understandably, I was eager to meet her and to get to know her. I recall that we shared a fabulous meal together, followed by fabulous conversation. I learned more about her upbringing and childhood, her college experience and job, and her thoughts and opinions about an array of important topics. Flyers basketball, the do's and don'ts of cooking with cheese, Matthew Stafford. And as so often the case at family dinners in the Paul household, one bottle of wine became 2, then 3, then 4. The time flew by just as quickly. It felt as if Hillary was already a part of the family and as if I had known her for a long time. Now, one particular moment stands out. At one point late in the evening, among the discussion and laughter, there was a brief lull in the conversation. As I went to take a sip from my glass, I noticed Hillary and Nick out of the corner of my eye as they shared a moment. A sweet glance at one another, a warm smile, a loving squeeze in the hand. And in that instant, the thought struck me. My gosh, Hillary could not have found and picked a better wine.
Almost 3 years to the day you changed my life for the better, and each day with you is my favorite. Pam from The Office said it best. It's like a long book that you never want to end, and you're fine with that because you just never ever want to leave it. I love our book, and I cannot wait to fill it with pages of big celebrations like today, but also with the everyday little moments too.
And it was around 2020 that I noticed a change in Nick, a really super positive energy. And as always, I would ask him, "Are you dating anybody?" And this one time he said, "Kind of." And I knew that was Nick speak for something pretty serious. So over the next 2 years, I loved getting to see how and hear how Nick was falling in love. I could not wait to meet the girl that had captured his heart. And when I finally did, it all made sense. So to close, I would reiterate how happy I am for you, Nick. You have found a great person to spend your life with. Hillary, I am honored to now call you my friend as well. You both are such smart, trustworthy, determined partners. I could not be more excited for your futures. So I would like to also raise a toast to the two newlyweds, Nick and Hillary. Congratulations.
I remember the day I met you and still wonder what good I have done in this world to deserve you. You are the most kind, beautiful, and selfless person I have ever met, and I am so happy that I am to become your husband today. I know that we have a bright future ahead of us. You make my world a brighter place, and I simply cannot imagine this world without you.
They had an unusual start to their dating relationship. Because of COVID, many of their first dates included social distance walks, masked hangouts, and hours of video chatting over FaceTime. I knew Hillary was serious about Nick when she invited him into her quarantine bubble. Let's be honest, in 2020, inviting someone to your place to watch a movie, cook a meal, or play card games was basically the equivalent of introducing them to your parents. Since social gatherings and group hangouts came to a virtual halt, it would be months before any of us met Nick in person and got to know him. But when we did, it was worth the wait. You learn a lot about someone when you first meet them. Are they more interesting or interested? Some people want to make sure you know how interesting they are. Others care to learn how interesting you are. Nick was the latter. He was interested in getting to know all of us. He asked questions and was genuinely curious in learning more about Hillary's friends. It was so evident how happy he made her.
Well,
I'm so happy we're here together celebrating our wedding day. The first time we met Nick was via FaceTime, which can be somewhat awkward. But I could tell that he made my daughter happy. After spending time with Nick and getting to know him, I see that they are perfect together. He's a genuinely nice young man. He's attentive not only to Hillary, but to Vedette and myself. I think we bonded in Lowe's when we were discussing electric lawnmowers and weed whackers. Nick has a great sense of humor, and I like the fact that he laughs at my joking ways. I could not be happier to have Nick as my son-in-law. As a girl dad, I've only wanted the best for my daughter and for her to be happy and find someone who will love and respect her. Looking at her now, I can see that it has come true and trust it will be for the rest of her life. Love to you both. Now, if everybody would join me, cheers to Hillary and Nick.
I won't give up waiting, anticipating. We've come too far. Don't write it off.
It is now with great joy that I present to you all for the very first time as a married couple, Hillary Rutan and Nikhil Paul.
Let it stay the same, forever be this way. I got you. I got you. It's written in the stars. I know all of this is all so true. It's you.
It wasn't until 2021 that I finally met Hillary. Watching Nick and Hillary interact was all I needed to recognize how special the relationship is. Nick is so clearly head over heels for Hillary. The best way to describe it, Nick looks at Hillary the way that Hillary looks at Matthew Stafford. As I got to know Hillary, I couldn't help but notice and appreciate she brings the absolute best out of Nick. But the most noticeable trait they share is the innate ability to make each other laugh. From my experience, if you share a laugh with Nick, you're special, which is how I know Hillary is perfect for Nick. In closing, as you all might have heard, Nick and Hillary first met for drinks at Low Spark. Or in other words, a Browns fan and a Lions fan walk into a bar. And what might sound like the perfect punchline to a joke is actually the perfect formula for a lifetime of compassion and endurance. While neither of those franchises will win anytime soon, you already have with each other. I love you both, and cheers.
This day marks a great celebration of your steadfast relationship. We're all excited to see you and support you through the next chapter of your story. May the coming years be filled with adventurous travels, exquisite meals, dramatic sporting events, and many cozy nights together. We ask you all to raise a glass to toast this incredible couple and their commitment to each other. May we all honor their story and remember these special moments in life. It is in these that we grow deeper in our appreciation for one another and draw on that in challenging times. When it's the best of times, celebrate, and when it's the worst of times, lean on each other. Hillary and Nick, thank you for reminding us how beautiful love is. Cheers.